Hey guys, it's Dorian, and I am back with my first speed build and my first video in quite a while. It's been about a year and a half since my last video. Hope you all are doing well. I apologize for dropping off the face of the earth for a while there. Life got a little hectic in some of the best ways possible, but yeah, we'll dive into that a little bit. For right now, so I'll let you know what's going on. So right now we are building a bowling alley in Newcrest. I believe this is a 30 by 20 lot. I will update add a note if it's not the case, but it's Everest Acres. I think it's one of the front lots, the one across from the big one by the river. I know it's not very helpful, but anyway, we're building a bowling alley. This is actually something I'd originally built a couple years ago before I did drop off the face of the earth, but I wanted to kind of go back, revisit it, especially in light of some of the changes and some of the new packs. Honestly, it didn't end up changing too much because this is a largely base game and bowling pack build. I believe it's called Bowling Night. It's either a stuff pack or a game pack, but it's the one that is for bowling. There are a couple little additions for Get Together and Love Struck, but nothing too crazy. Like I said, for the most part, this is base game and the bowling pack. So right now we're just doing a lot of the exterior stuff. Kind of wanted to go for like a retro-ish type of look. I'm not sure if that's the best way to describe it, but it seems kind of like retro to me. It kind of lends itself well to the design of the items within the bowling pack. You can see with the roofs that kind of did kind of like a wavy look. That's the signs I just put up. That is one of the signs from the pack. I went with a lot of blue and orange. That color, I love those colors, and it just so happens that a lot of the nice stuff in the pack has those colors, so it kind of worked out. But yeah, just kind of doing a little lobby area, doing some, gonna put some plants in there and everything. So just a lot of exterior stuff right now. So while that's going on, figure I'll let you know what has been up with me. Like I said, it's been about a year and a half since my last video. A lot of that was due, a lot of the absence was due to the fact that my husband and I were in the process of adopting a child. And right around the time I stopped, things had started to ramp up. We were starting to get matches. We were eventually matched with this really awesome 8-year-old at the time. He's now 11. He just turned 11 a couple weeks ago. But yeah, we were placed with this awesome little boy. He came to actually live with us in early 2023, and we finalized the adoption in August. So he has been in our lives for about a little over 2 years now, and it's been awesome. He is a great little kid. I love him very much. But now that things have kind of calmed down a little bit, I figured this would be kind of a good time to jump back into content creation. Honestly, I missed it. I miss playing The Sims. I miss kind of all the friends I had made because I haven't been the best at keeping up with everyone. So I kind of dropped out of the Sims community, but I'm coming back. With all that said, we are probably going to restart the adoption process again this next year. So we will see if that changes everything. I promise I'm going to try not to drop off the face of the earth, but we'll play it by ear. So yeah, we just did all the exterior stuff. Right now we're doing the interior. I'm putting the bowling lanes in kind of like this little sunken section. I ended up putting 5 lanes in. I know a real life bowling alley, usually it's like 10 or 12. Honestly, the bowling lane assets are huge, and honestly 5 is probably overkill for how many Sims are probably gonna end up visiting this lot and doing any bowling anyway. The lot is set up as a bar. With the pack, there was no like separate bowling alley lot type, but the bar tends to work itself pretty well. So yeah, there's going to be, the bowling lanes, some decorations, some sitting areas around that. There's also going to be a little front office area, a little front desk, and then there's going to be the bar area, as well as best of an arcade as I could do. There's not a lot of arcade stuff in the game in general, but the only arcade cabinet we have is a giant one from, I believe, Get Together. And yeah, hopefully in time, especially now that EA has indicated they're going to be releasing stuff for the Sims 4 for probably forever, hopefully we'll get some more realistic size and more variety of like arcade or like carnival games, because I think that'd be cool. And I've never been to a bowling alley that didn't have an arcade, so I at least wanted to include like a little game area. Right now, specifically, work on the front office. just basic stuff. None of these are actually going to be needed for this lap, but I think it lends itself a little bit of realism. I don't know if you want the role play that you were working here, you could just kind of hang out in the office all day. I'm sure someone will kind of swoop in and take the computer, but you know, it's The Sims, it happens. But yeah, right now we're doing the little front entrance lobby area. Like I said, the front desk isn't going to be useful, but it kind of lends itself to realism for what a bowling alley would actually look like. So putting the counters in there right now, putting a computer as a register, the little bowling shoe racks. I will say the bowling night pack has a lot of it's very specific to a bowling alley, but it does a lot of like really cool looking stuff, and I really like bowling, so it works out quite nicely. I think. But yeah, so just doing some decor right here, trying to do like a stone, and like I think the paneling is specifically from the bowling pack. Like I said, maybe retro might not be the best way to describe it, but it's a older style aesthetic that I think lends itself well to a bowling alley, especially with some of the assets that came in the bowling pack. So right now we're just kind of setting up a divider to separate the main entrance from the bowling lanes. And now we're starting to work on the bar area. Like I said, there are 2 bars. By the nature of the bar lot type, only one will be staff. I don't think that's that big a deal. I think it looks better with 2 though, just have something a little bit wider. And I really like this bar from the bowling pack. Like I said, color wise, it just kind of has like a, you know, it's a cool design. I really like it. I don't use it too many places, but you know, for this it worked out pretty well. So yeah, just some TVs and stuff, nothing too crazy. Some bar stools. Since a lot is set up as a bar, most people probably kind of around here. Hopefully some of your NPCs or you know your own Sims will use the bowling lanes, but if not, you know, hopefully you'll have a good time regardless. And right now, just do basic decorative stuff in the front area. Not too much to say here. Shortly, we're going to be jumping over to the bathrooms and then the arcade area, which are kind of my favorite spots in the build. And yeah, so I'm adjusting the lighting right now, just making everything kind of like a cool white, make it as bright. I like my lots to be bright, so that's why I did that. All right, now we're starting to work on the bathroom area. It's just 4 separate individual stalls. Well, originally it was 4. You'll see later on, I take out one of them and replace it with the Love Struck utility closet. Having a utility closet makes sense, and the Love Struck one, you know, you can woohoo in it. So if you're out on a date, you want to get frisky, you have a spot for that, and it just worked out very well. Alright, so right now we're setting up the hall between the bathrooms and setting up like a little cozy nook, and then I'm going to start working on the arcade. Like I mentioned before, I really wish we had more like arcade-y type stuff, like our arcade games or just like arcade cabinets in general. The only one we do have is like this really huge one from Get Together, and I originally had 2 in there, but then just in case you don't have the pack, I didn't want you to like basically leave like an empty space, so I ended up removing one of them. I replaced one with a couple of the dartboards. These are base game, but they were part of the rewards, I believe, for life and death. So if you did not participate in those, I'm not sure if they'll show up, but you can fill it out however you need to. I also believe those like game pads are the other game pads I placed in there are base games, so those should show up. And then we have the game tables, which are definitely base games. So at the very least, there should be something in here. You see right there, I did also add a vending machine. That was also one of the rewards, I believe, from the Reaper rewards. So if you didn't participate, hopefully that'll show up. But yeah, beyond that, we're just kind of doing some little design touch-ups, just kind of filling some things out. And yeah, at that, I will let you guys enjoy the rest of Speed Build, and I will meet up with you shortly for a build tour. guys, we're back, and you can see the place has already happened. But let's go ahead and do a build tour before we get started. I did make a few small tweaks from the speed build. I basically adjust the roofs to make each piece a little more even. I also changed the name. We're going to be calling this place Pinstrips and Dreams. If you've ever seen the movie Cocktail, I am probably aging myself pretty bad with that right now. The main guy, Tom Cruise, wanted to set up a place called Cocktails and Dreams. So I figured Pinstripes and Dreams, it sounded good, and it's a bar, so it works out. Like I said, it's a bar lot. I think it originally said 20 by 30. It's actually 40 by 30. But yeah, it meets all the requirements. It probably meets the requirements for a few different other places too. So if you want to switch it up, you can. For traits, wasn't really sure what to add here, so I added party place, romantic aura, and university student hangout. So hopefully you get some more young adults here. And yeah, let's go ahead and go in with the tour. So we're gonna go starting with the main entrance area. Like you guys saw in the build, we just have some, little decorations, little trophy case, some trophy setup. We have the front desk with the shoe rental. We have that vending machine, which I talked about. This is base game, but like I said, this is a reward. This is a reward item, I believe, from the it wasn't the life and death. It was whatever rewards were in the fall. I forget which one it's called. I'll add a comment. I'll add a note. Just chiming in while editing to say the event was the Happy at Home event. But all of the items from that event have since been in the base game, so the vending machine and the dartboards I use, you should not have an issue with those. Alright, back to the video. We do have a little office area, nothing too crazy, just, basic little office. Then we have our actual bowling lanes. This has been place tested, everything worked. One thing I discovered when I was playtesting that I forgot about was there is an option for moonlight bowling, which kind of gives a cool color vibe here, so I thought that was pretty neat. Going back into build mode, see we have all of our bowling lanes, we have the bar area. When I was noticing playtesting, I did notice the bartender would sometimes switch bars, which I could see it being kind of a pain if you try to order from one and then the bartender shifts and they're not there anymore. So do with that what you will. If you need to remove one of them, I won't be offended. But yeah, just basic bar area. We have the TVs, or if you just want to, or going back, if you want to have another person just staff it, you want to pay the $100, or staff it yourself. More power to you. We have the little game area. Like I mentioned, we have the dartboards. These were again a reward item, but they are base game. We have the game tables. We have the game pads, which you can play 3D block. These are base game, and then this arcade cabinet is get together. Beyond that, we have our little cozy nook here, and then we have our restrooms, and we have our love struck maintenance / woohoo closet. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, it is very, very good to be back, and I'm aiming to post, at least one video a week, hopefully two, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure if I'm going to be getting back into streaming on Twitch anytime soon, but I will at least be posting videos. Streaming might come back down the road, but we'll see what happens. With all that said, if there's anything you guys would like to see, please leave a comment. I'm not sure if I'm going to going back to any of my old gameplay challenges, like the Every Aspiration challenge and everything like that, but I might start up some new ones. So if there's anything you guys want to see, please let me know. And with that, have a great day. Bye, y'all.